As many times as I've been in this town, I'm amazed that I didn't even know that this roadside memorial right here actually existed. And this roadside memorial is here because this is the exact location where 4 Durant, Oklahoma teenagers all tragically were killed in a very, very violent car accident. So right here, Caleb Foster, 17 years of age. Fernando Flores, 15. And then you have Jack Sarver, also 15 years of age, and Hunter Ford, 14. So all these kids were in a car. May 24th, 2020, it's about midnight. They're heading eastbound on Main Street right here at that red light. At the red light, and some poor excuse of a human being who had no business behind the wheel, 142-year-old Bradley Sean Pittman in his pickup truck is barreling down this street right here. I'm not exactly sure how fast he was going, but it was too fast. And he was under the influence of alcohol. As a matter of fact, he was about 3 times the legal limit. Not only was he 3 times the legal limit, but he was driving on a suspended license, and he had 3 previous DUIs. He's barreling down the street and he just smashes right into these kids. Boom! Sending their car down this embankment right here. And their car ended up right at that memorial right there. They were all basically dead at the scene. The mother of Fernando Flores, Mary Kelsey, can you imagine 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, you're called by law enforcement telling you that your son's been involved in an accident and that you need to get to the scene as quickly as possible. You come to this scene and there's police and firefighter trucks and ambulance and everywhere, lights just and crime scene tape. And you see this car, and you know whose car that is. That's your son's friend's car, and it's just a twisted, mangled piece of metal of what used to be a vehicle that a kid would drive from home to go to school. And they pull up the sheet, and a child that came from you is under this sheet, and you have to identify your dead son that you held as a baby, that you nurtured, and in such a senseless, just words kind of escape me, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I wish that on nobody. I wish that not on my worst enemy. That you have to look down and when the sheet's pulled up, your dead son's right there. So Bradley Sean Pittman was arrested and charged with 4 counts of second-degree murder. Again, 3 previous DUIs. He also, I believe, had a reckless driving charge. Had no business driving. No business driving. Well, he quickly pled guilty. There was no trial. He just probably took the first deal they threw at him. So he was sentenced to 405 months in prison, which breaks down to about just a little under 34 years. So if he lives that long, when he gets out, he'll be in his mid-70s. And hopefully when he gets out, not that it would prevent him from driving, but hopefully his driving privileges have been revoked for life. A selfish bastard who cares about nobody but himself. That is the type of person who drives drunk and with no care in the world for the safety of others. And these 4 kids all lost their lives or over a garbage person. I, for once, and even though my channel is predicated on death and cemeteries and dying, for once, I would, and I don't even say I would like to, but for once, can we get a story where a drunk driver doesn't hit anybody and they just take themselves out? And I don't want, and that was wrong for me to say, but this makes me angry. How about a story where nobody died except the selfish drunk driver? And maybe I should say that. And I don't, people make a mistake when they drink. I don't want anybody to die. You guys would be surprised. Like I said, my channel's predicated on death, but I do not ever wish death on nobody. I never say like, oh, I wish this person would die or that person. And maybe I feel a little bit bad in my heart for saying that, because I know there's been stories of people who have died in roadside memorials and they were drinking and driving and they crashed. I'm just very frustrated right now, and I'm tired of hearing these stories about like multiple people dying and then the stupid driver stumbles out of his vehicle with a stupid injury. I get really, really tired of that. So, I could easily edit out what I just said, but I ain't gonna edit it. Well, I said at the end. Again, I don't wish death on anybody, but I wish that Pittman clown would have just died right there. If someone had to die, let it be him. So at least he won't hurt anybody anymore. But where he's at now, he won't be hurting anybody anymore. And listen, I don't deny that he doesn't feel bad. I'm sure he does. I'm sure that drunken fool has a heart somewhere. I'm sure he didn't mean to kill anybody, but when you do that, when you drive drunk, yeah, nobody thinks that they're gonna kill anybody, and they wind up doing it. And I might be heading out to California, and we're gonna be doing some videos about people who have drank and drove and killed people. And I know some of you ain't gonna like these videos. My intention is never to chase anybody off my channel, but sometimes certain things need to be said. So sometimes they need to be said. Sometimes some people just need to say it. That's it, So recipe to those kids. And I was very surprised about that roadside memorial being here. And I never knew it was here. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Uber, Lyft, a cab. If you think you've had too much to drink, just call a cab, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call your friend, call somebody. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Peace out.